Hi Linda, how are you? Don't mind my crazy hair. I'm just getting ready and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do an eye look for Linda so that she can remember or have a tutorial, I guess, on how to do your eyes, okay? So first of all, you had your BB cream, okay? So you're gonna take a tiny little bit of that, rub it between your fingers and rub it in like lotion, okay? Now for the concealer, the applicator is going to be quite large, okay? So my recommendation to you is to take a tiny little bit on your pinky, like this, split it between two fingers, dab it on that inner corner, and then blend with a little sponge, okay? Remember, we wanted to keep the bulk of the product on the inner corner just to avoid any creasing into our fine lines, okay? So then I take a little blending bud and kind of blend that out. I pull it on the top of my eyelid as well, if that works for you. That's what I do for a base for my eyeshadow, okay? So now let's look at the eyes. So you have the shade Idealistic. Take your fluffy crease brush. We're gonna run it in like this, and we're just gonna kind of pat it all the way over the whole eyelid. Okay, you can kind of, once it's patted on, you can kind of move the product around like this, and then we're going up to our bone, okay? So that crease area bone, just like that. Now, I like to take a little bit of that same Idealistic and run it underneath my eye as well. Just a little light line all the way along my bottom lashes. Next, take the shade Antsy with your liner shader brush. Okay, and we're just going to pat it like this, blow any excess off, and start in the middle where our pupil and iris is, going in a circle, and then I'm going to pat it to the outer corner and pat it to the inner corner. Just like that, and then repeat it on the other side. And then you can go back to your fluffy crease brush, and just lightly, like a windshield wiper, go and blend it like that. Now the shade Agile, this is for if you want to add a little bit of spruce up to your look, okay? So you're gonna take a tiny little bit of this, tap it off again with your fluffy crease brush, and you're just gonna tap it right on that outer corner. Go to the other side, tap it on the outer corner, and then instead of blending out, we're blending in, okay? So we're just taking a little bit and blending it in like this with the windshield wiper. And say you messed up or went too far, just go back with your liner shader brush that had that Antsy shade on, and then you can kind of pull it over top to blend that line out if you want as well. Now for eyeliner, you can use this. It's just a it's a pencil that can be sharpened, okay? And you're just gonna run it lightly along your lash line, however much you want. Typically, my rule of thumb is that if you stick to the outer third, top and bottom, if you'd like. But if you want to do if you want to eyeliner from the whole way, you got to go the whole way across, okay? So this just adds a little bit of spruce and pop as well. Now you could add mascara, but I know that that's not your preference. So as far as bronzer goes, you're going to take your sculpting brush. Remember to suck in your cheeks. You're going to start and go back like this, right? And then when you take your blush, you're just going to take a little bit of that and start almost on like, not quite the apple of your cheek, but start here on top of the bronzer and go back like that. Then with your luminizer that you have, you can take your finger, take a tiny little bit and run it on the highest points of your cheekbone, right here, on the tip of your nose if you choose. But one area that I like to add it is on the inner corner of my eye. Take a little bit and pop it right there. And then you can take a little bit, like I did that day with you, and put a little bit in the arch of your eyebrow. That just helps brighten the eye as well. Again, your choice, okay? But that's where we would put luminizer, just like that. And you are set, ready to go. I hope that if you have more questions, don't hesitate to ask, but I hope you're enjoying your products. And yeah, we'll chat with you soon.